Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. With the ducks. Hmm. I got some roasted bird. No. Oh no, it doesn't roast if it's in the water though. Yeah. I think I need to resupply. I think last time, like I don't have shit right now. Yeah. I don't have shit, and it's not legit. It's me in the pit when I take the rip. That was a nice one. Oh wow. Excellent rap. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's been about a week now since the LA riots, and yeah, it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's been a little bit over a week, and what the heck? I couldn't even move that. What the? I wonder if I moved this before, then I can't do it again. I don't know. Let's try it. Maybe because it broke, it didn't stop turning. If I could turn back time. Okay, that's gonna work. I think. To the moon and Alice. There you go. Okay, it was no good. Oh yeah. Sure about that big dog? Oh, he broke it. Broke my shit, gone. Yeah. So the LA riots happened last week, and then okay. So I mean, this all happened in the span of a week, and that's a lot to take in. You know, all all you could do to make it worse is just have like an AI drone attack tomorrow or something. Then yeah, it would be total fucking chaos. But it's chaotic enough as it is. So so you got the LA anti immigration or anti ICE riots, and then you have what after that? You have guess what? Okay, you have kind of like bad weather and stuff. All right, bad weather, bad storms across the country. Uh, so you have the chaos of the anti-ICE riots, who are funded by like George Soros or the Democrat Party or something. So you have this evil, this rot from within, which is destroying us from the inside, and then of this wave of communists and Marxists and leftists, and then you have bad weather, that stress of just like summer bad weather, and then you got guess what? You got Israeli, yeah. And then Israel attacks Iran, and so now you have not only do you have the Israeli Gaza war, but you have the Israeli fucking Iran war, and then on top of that, you already have the Ukraine Russian war. This does not look good. Then you have existential artificial intelligence might become conscious and try to jack us. So it's all fucked up. Okay, the only bright spot was uh, the the only bright spot was that in this last week or so is that it was the 250th anniversary of the United States Army, the Continental Army. So yeah, and the parade in Washington D.C. Yeah, that was the best. Um, Man, I really don't have words to express my. I really do not have words to express my disdain for MSDNC, Microsoft Bill Gates of Hell network. I can't really. I can't. I can't really properly convey my disgust at CNN, MSDNC, and um, ABC, CBS, and fucking NBC. I just cannot. I don't think that they're in the majority, though. I don't think that their political opinions are in the majority. I think it's just a small group of leftist bi-coastal elites that actually believe the way they do, and they're usually wealthy and privileged, and they stay in their own bubble and echo chamber, and they never venture outside it. They always stay the same. And the legacy corporate media and the fake news media, the state or the Democrat controlled media, is unable to see that everything is changing. They're like they're like the Roman Empire or like the Soviet Union right before they're about to fall. They don't understand. They're like Romans before Mount Vesuvius explodes. They're just oblivious. Like passengers on the Titanic. Yeah. So what did the leftist media do to cover their ass? They said, "Oh, I know." They go, "Oh, Trump is having a parade. It's going to cost the taxpayers $45 million." And then they go, "Oh, but I realize also, besides it being Trump's birthday, I also realize it's the 250th anniversary of the United States Army and it's Flag Day. But he is celebrating his birthday, though, too." It's just so smug. It's so stupid. It's so arrogant. Because they know they can't get away. They could try to lie to the American people and say that Trump threw a birthday parade for himself, but most Americans are going to do, you know, are going to do fact checks and see what events are really, they're going to know that it's Flag Day, and they're going to know, and they knew it was fucking the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. So Americans aren't dumb. They're going to look on their computer and say, "What's going on today?" And they're going to come to the conclusion that yes, it is Trump's birthday, but it's also Flag Day, and it's also the Army's anniversary of its founding, coinciding all on the same day. So yeah, they tried to pull a fast one on that, and that was they're just the media is constantly lying to the American public. It's obnoxious. I don't know who Microsoft, NBC, and well, I know who they work for: George Soros and Barack Hussein Obama and the Democrat Party. They did the one group of people that MSNBC and CNN and ABC, CBS, and NBC do not work for is the American people. That's for damn sure. They prove that time and time again, over and over. I just wanted to do a compare and contrast to the coverage between Fox News and the coverage of uh, MSNBC. I didn't watch it. I don't want to give ratings for long, but it was appalling. It was just fucking complete. It was complete lies. It was just complete fucking garbage. Complete motherfucking garbage. Absolute trash. I could do an entire video on that, but you know, it's so lame that I can't even do a video on it. Yeah, and, Tucker Carlson is an interesting character because, um, you know, there's wars exploding all over the world, and he does a anti-neocon, anti axis of evil, an anti-Iran war with American boots on the ground, and which is that's fine. That Israel basically not totally alone, but should fight their wars for themselves. But I'm not a warmonger or a war hawk. Um, but I will say this truthfully. I have no idea what's going to happen next. So I could speculate, but I I mean I suppose that Israel is just going to whoop Iran's ass and then topple the regime. I guess that's what's going to happen. Yeah, and if that happens, I don't really care if so. I don't give a shit as long as there's no attack by Iran on America. I don't give a fucking flying shit what happens to the Iran regime. The In Tehran, the mullahs, the Ayatollah, they called off talks with peace talks with um, Trump on Sunday, so today. So that's off. So the war is just gonna keep on going, I guess, until until the military of Iran is decimated, I suppose. Yeah. Which again, I don't give a shit, but that's just probably what's gonna happen. And I guess the Iranian people would be free after that, and I guess they live happily ever after. I don't know. I guess they're free and they go buck wild. I mean, I get what I suppose is that if you have a group of people that have for 40 years haven't had any kind of freedom, the government's decimated, and all of a sudden the people have freedom. I guess it's just going to be one big fucking free for all, guided by the West, of course. How do they get the resources? Who's going to be able to prosper in this new country? Basically, it's basically going to be a new country at that point, like a country with freedom, and it's going to be wild. It's going to be like a new front. It's going to be a country from the old Persian Empire, but it's going to be like a brand new world, almost. Women are going to dress scantily and shit, and take off the burqas and all that bullshit, the hijabs and all that BS, and all the oppressive rules of the Ayatollah regime. Yeah. Oh, some scantily clad Persian women. Ooh. Well, that sounds like fun. Yeah. I guess it's going to be a I mean, I guess I don't know. The Iranian regime falls, the world goes, all right, and then the West tries to install Western powers and Israel try to install a you know friendly, an Israeli and friendly leader, and then I guess everybody just lives happily ever after, and then uh, yeah, I don't know if that's really what's going to happen, but so it's kind of indeterminate right now. Well, we do know one thing for sure: Israel is definitely going to beat Iran, most likely, unless there's something we don't know about, unless they unless they've already. Uh, the scary part would be is if they already had deep underground a nuclear weapon and it's already ready. It's a shock to the world. That would be, I mean, if they had some devastating attack for Israel. Um, so, that quick, boy. Yeah. We need supplies soon, though. We're running low. Yeah. So, anyways, we're going to try to have a smooth day on Sunday, and then no matter what, and then Monday, try to get really on a health mission, and so yeah, we're gonna be like extremely disciplined after this, and hopefully we can. I guess Amelia from Sweden is about to drop her album. I might stream it or buy it or something like that. See if I can buy it, and when the time is right, I might save up a little while and then see. Her record might be cheap, so and see if I can. I doubt she's gonna float me any copies like early, but um, I'd rather, her profit from her music. I'd rather artists get paid, and so that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Make sure artists get paid, and especially ones with talent and promise, like Amelia has talent, and so yeah, you can like spot talent. You can hear talent. Talent is abilities to sing, abilities to play music, abilities to craft music, stuff like that. That's like musical talents. So, could you get lucky? Sure, you could get lucky too. Yeah, yeah. You could just you like basically you could be a loser, and then all of a sudden you could be like Oliver Anthony, and have a hit song, and wonder why you're getting $1 million contracts and shit. But I think it's stressful when it's thrust upon you like that. So yeah, the the internet is a fickle kind of um, it's definitely, I think the internet is cool, but it also is like it's not as a grassroots or a organic process. like it used to be back in the day for artists. So, like back in the day, the band had to go play at the bars and the clubs, and they had to, have a talent scout from the record company discover them and all that stuff. And now it's just all you have to do is just get, you still might have to play live, but like it's basically a marketing game online now with streaming and everything. So, and maybe you could operate on smaller independent labels, and you won't have to sell your soul to Satan, at least at least I suppose in the beginning. Um, yeah, but technology has totally changed um, the music industry, and of course you got AI and all those other things, auto tune, all this other kind of shit. You might have a situation in the music industry in which everything is image over quality, and so you have saturation over substance and stuff like that. Quantity. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, and I guess there's been a lot of controversy about this term called content, and the reason why there's controversy about the word content is that it kind of makes art feel like a product instead of an actual experience. So, for instance, back in the good old days, um, when people bought art, it was because they wanted to have an experience, you know. Um, so if people went to go see Aliens back in 1986, they were having an experience. And if someone bought a record back in the day, a CD or whatever, they were purchasing an experience that they were going to enjoy. And then when they went to the concert to see their artist, again they were reinforcing their experience because they want to see the artist play the songs that they enjoy from the record. And so it's all about that social aspect of it. And there's a lot about online content and streaming that makes art feel impersonal and not like an experience that people are having. And I think that shit. I'm not the only one who thinks that shit. Oh, well, he's the one that got away. Ooh, just wasting arrows all over the place. Yeah. Oh well. Kind of uncertain times right now. Not just for me personally, but I'm talking about just worldwide. Worldwide, it's just like I'm just saying all across the board. Oh, I kind of need that one. Thank you. Oh, sorry, horse. Oh, cool. Thank you. I needed that dragon bone Boko bat. All right, my steed has arrived. Onward, Shadowfax. Oh, this horse is very trusting, but it's not very fast, or it doesn't have. Oh, can I enhance the skill level of the horses? I haven't really explored that much in the game, but ooh, really? Oh, you're a fast swinger, bitch. I'm gonna get you biatched. Ooh, for real, Dawn. About to get dawned. Pop. Oh no, you just want to go pop. Oh, you get pop, dog. Hmm. Uh, yeah, there you go. Bitch. Fucking Octo Rock Dawn. Tell you about Octo Rock Dawn. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't really think Amelia knows how talented she is. Yeah, I'm not just saying that because she's a pretty Swedish girl either. Yeah, she really has an amazing voice. She really has some excellent songs. So it's so funny because her SoundCloud page, she only had like 19 followers or something. I was like, what? Now I expected her to have tons of soy boys and tons of simps and tons of incels, following her for sure. And there's nothing wrong with having like a little, you know, fan base that's not really there for the music or anything. They're just there because they want to like interact with the hot chick. There's not really anything wrong with that as long as they're not like, stalking her or some shit or making her life, uh, you know, shit, making her life stressful. Yeah. Nah, Don. Yeah, get that elixir, Don. What have you got, dog? Probably need some arrows, huh? Hell yeah. Let's just load up with some arrows and get out of here. Ooh, ooh, baby, I love grenade every day. Ooh. Oh, did everybody like the raspberry grenade? Yeah, I was having fun with that. She wore a raspberry. She threw a raspberry grenade. Because I was talking about like how Prince was from Minneapolis. Yeah, was it? Is he from? Prince is from like St. Paul, Minneapolis. She threw a raspberry grenade. Oh, they catch that dude killing all the Democrat Party people. Yeah. Oh, they catch that dude Vance Bolter. Yeah, catching that dude. Yeah. Man, there's been a lot of people flipping out lately, like manhunts and shit. It's been a whole lot. It seems like I feel like it's the Frank Zappa song that I used to listen to back in the day. It was like more trouble every day. I feel like the world is like that right now. It's back to a Zappa, Frank Zappa type mold. More trouble every day. Yeah. What's up? I'm afraid of that shit, dog. Every- oh, I didn't know that everybody freaks out if the bat came. I haven't really been in that situation. All right, everybody would flipped out because the fucking back, the eyeball, the keys came and shit. Y'all better stop tripping, bro. It's not that scary, fool. You better stop tripping, or I'm gonna start whipping ass. This horse is dope, huh? Yeah. Let what horse shall let go? Hell no. We'll just. There's nobody up at this end, no. Yeah. Yeah, some people are asking me, is it my dogs that are keeping me sane? Is that yeah? That's pretty much kept me sane in the 2020 so far, relatively speaking. Oh, yeah, yeah. The dogs kind of yeah they kind of give me a like a hope. Yeah, it really does. Caring for animals really gives me a lot of like gives me a lot of hope. Yeah, definitely. Maybe human beings don't give me hope, but animals definitely do. Yeah. So yeah. Breath of the Wild got the style, huh? Is there? I wonder if there's a dude under there. No, there's a false alarm. Oh, okay. Don't worry. Boy. Hey, boy. Put the whoop, put the whoop, put the whoop down on you, dog. Uh oh. Oh, the bats are back. Batman. Bitch. Start whooping. Shit, dude. This bat country is no no bueno, bro. I'm about to just electrocute these niggas. Electrocute the niggas. Electro cutie. Oh yeah. She wore a raspberry grenade. Yeah, the guy worked for a security firm, and he's already been like to the most like extreme ass places, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, so he definitely has his weapons ready to go. So uh, I guess the authorities are hoping they could sneak up on him, but he's gonna fire back. That's how he escaped the last time. I don't know. This this guy feels like if he gets captured, gets taken down like real fast, I'll be surprised. But I feel like this is going to turn into like a saga, though. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be caught like Luigi Mangione, like in a small town, just like an old guy's going to recognize him eating the McDonald's, the chicken McNuggets or whatever. Hey, it's that CEO killer. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I think it's going to be like maybe somebody recognizes him or thinks it's him, and then you know they got to bring the laws down, and then like the dude's going to be like super heavily armed, and if they don't do it right, it's going to be a shit show. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's not the case, and I hope he's not also going to like go kill a whole bunch of more Democrats and shit. So yeah, that's a pretty dangerous dude. Um, some people say has he just lost his mind? He snapped. and he's just gone crazy. Yeah, that could also be an issue. Yeah, does he have a brain tumor? Has he snapped? Has he just totally just his last fuse, blown it, just gone into total madness? Yeah. Has he armed himself up to the teeth? Does he have a hit list of specific individuals that he's targeting? And my mom's like, "Well, how do you know he's not going to go to he's not going to go to Tim Walz's mansion?" I'm like, "There's like Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, probably has a fucking army at his mansion, his governor's mansion. There's fucking no way he's gonna, unless he's just totally fucking nuts." Unless he's lost his mind so bad that he thinks he can attack a governor's mansion. I don't know. I don't know if he's lost his mind totally or what. It depends. But I don't think so. I think he's going to try to escape, or he might pick softer targets. So on his killing spree, I think he might have armed up. Yeah. Some people say he's hiding it in the woods or whatever, but I personally think the dude is armed to the fucking teeth, and maybe that's fantasy saying that he's going to go back to the he's going to try to disappear in the Congo or something, but I don't know about all that. Even for a fugitive, life in the Congo is not going to be good, even if you know what's going on over there. I don't think there's many people that are from the West that want to live in the fucking Congo. Yeah, I was going to do the 30th. I still might do my film movie review of the Congo, speaking of which, because it's the 30th anniversary of the Congo, 1995. And yeah, I'm going to riff that movie a new asshole uh, in a 30th anniversary review. It's mostly going to be about my total and complete disappointment. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, the Flag Day was really great, and I got those ribs going, and Mom helped me with the baked potatoes, and we got the corn on the I got the corn on the cob going. So all the meal came together. It was great, and like the flavor in the ribs was just like perfect, and the seasoning and everything. Like, yeah. And then I've got my Texas two-step lottery tickets. It's $825,000 for this Monday night. So I'm kind of semi excited about that. I would say, yeah, trying to win that. I just basically pray every day to the good Lord that I would have a big windfall like that. And even if I don't win the entire prize, I'll just save my. I think I'm just going to save my money after that. So if I do win, like $50 to $300 or whatever, I'll just save it just in case. Just in case, like, I don't know, there's some new plague or new war or something that something shitty happens again. Like if the shit perpetually hits the fan consistently. Uh-uh. Yeah, it's pretty much like you gotta get it like everything is just all about getting prepared, for what's coming. I mean, that's basically what it is. And so, uh, uh, yeah. So the more prepared people get right now, the better off they'll be if there is a dystopian kind of nightmare future ahead. So the more supplies, the more prepared everybody is for that, the better. And if the people aren't prepared, then the suffering will be increased. So take you out, boy. Break yourself. Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. What the hell? Sorry, old data. Pay no mind. That's what C3PO says to R2D2. He's like, that's old data. Ah. Oh, this one, usually like you don't see like a girl that's like, smoking hot, that's single, like with no children. And all right, but man, this one chick is like fucking amazing looking. And she has big tits, which is like that's pretty awesome. When there's a really cute girl and she has like big ass tits, it's always like awesome because that's like bonus. Like, okay, you could have like a hot pretty chick like that doesn't have big tits, but if she does have a curvy body, it's like it's more Playboy adventure. Being realistic, right? Like, would a guy rather have like a super hot chick? Well, I guess maybe a guy could like her booty. Maybe she's really skinny. She doesn't have big tits, and she's really pretty in the face, but she has a nice, like a really awesome ass or something. So I don't know. I I saw that on the Twitter X. Somebody wrote a to date women, single women with kids, and well, women also do picky things too when they're doing mate selection. What do they do? That's the pickiest thing they do is they vet guys to see how much money they have and if they have good careers. So if if guys are betting for looks, if guys are betting for sexiness and looks and curves and tits and all this stuff, uh, okay. If if guys are betting for looks and beauty and curves and stuff like that, and I guess also guys are looking for fitness for motherhood. Um, so a guy is not going to think that a girl is like appropriate for motherhood if she's like a crow. Therefore, women get to vet guys by financial uh, and societal status. So yeah, so why not? Why can't guys vet women by the things they want as well? So yeah, so ultimately women get to make the choice, but like the reproduction, uh, essentially, like they hold like the because women can grow babies, so they hold they hold men kind of hostage through their pussy and all that, and because they can. If men could recreate life, they would be like, man, fuck bitches. I mean, basically, but men can't do that, so they have to play the game. They have to, or men if they want like a beautiful woman, they have to play the game. So yeah, but yeah. Um, there there was a controversial post. So a teen they were trying to get sympathy because she was huffing or she was dusting. They call it now, I guess, but it's called huffing. It's like when people inhale stuff to get high, and it's really bad because she ordered uh, keyboard cleaner, and I guess they get a high off that or something like that. Um, did I ever huff when I was a teenager or like a kid? Um, no. Maybe you know what? Like when I was a kid, there were like these like glue, and um, I was doing arts and crafts and stuff, and this glue was really strong, and I took a whiff of it, and I felt like a little dizzy, like I was a little high, but I didn't continue to do it. That was like incidental. It was like it had a strong odor to it, the glue, and then this industrial glue, and then I'm gluing some stuff for like a project for class or some shit at school, and then I noticed I was like, oh, dude, I got a little like contact high, and it was actually disturbing because it wasn't like a good high or anything. It wasn't a fun time. It was an accident. But unfortunately, there's some people that are engaging in very dangerous behavior, and this girl passed away unfortunately because she was huffing too much. She got addicted to huffing. Um, I don't know why girls. It always seems like the girls get addicted to huffing, and they get brain damage or they get crippled or die. I don't know why girls love it. I don't know. It's I suppose there's guy huffers and dusters as well, but so it was a tragic case, and then people they might have liked my statement, and I was just echoing somebody else's statement. They said, why can't when they're teenagers act like normal like back in my day, and when people used to just smoke weed or smoke some cigarettes or drink some beer, that was considered AKA normal. And It's I was just thinking like, what is it today? What is wrong with today's youth today, and the culture in which people eat Tide Pods and detergents and play around with household items and inhale keyboard cleaner. Like what what is wrong with society if people are doing stupid shit and not just Chinese owned TikTok and the stupid challenges they do, like eat detergents and fucking drive with your car playing Drake or whatever, all this dangerous shit. Stand on milk crates. Um, all sorts of stupid shit coming from ByteDance, from TikTok. It's awful. All kinds of. My theory on TikTok was that it was purposely put here by the Chinese Communist Party to make people stupid, to bring down the IQ of the West. I think that was specifically their goal, and they are achieving that, unfortunately. Their goal was to damage the intelligence and the IQ of America and American citizens, and especially take over the youth. Yeah. The youth target. You make the next generation of Americans stupider than the previous ones, and then guess what? Well, maybe you could defeat them in battle or war easier. So yeah, I'm not on TikTok. Um, but the ByteDance, the Chinese Communist Party steals Americans' data anyway. It's retarded. Oh, so they can know people's exact locations, so they can send in the AI drones to kill us. Fuck that. Yeah, because if you had location data, then you could send drones to kill all the TikTok users or something. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I did have this English teacher called Jeffrey Norham at and I don't know if he retired already or if he still works there. What maybe AI. He was a boomer, so he might have been like, okay, AI, I'm fucking out. You know what I mean? Like he was like artificial intelligence. Okay, English class is officially done. Like now people are just because that's a subject that people, unless you're just like a communication nerd like me, or you're just a lover of language, if you're a lover of just concepts and ideas and communication itself, and you're a lover of your own language, then it's great. But most people do not see that English or communications could be something that's actually translatable to earning really high income and making tons and tons of money. So a lot of people, when they were in Jeffrey Norham's beginning college classes, they were like, "Oh, this is a bullshit class. Like, I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to do this. This reminds me of some, shit in high school." So maybe I'm all into the syntax and the grammar, and I'm being a nerd and I'm enjoying it. Most people, no, not at all. Like, totally zoning out on social media, totally not paying attention to it. Like, just enough to pass. And so with AI, I'm thinking, maybe a lot of the old English teachers retired and said, "I'm out of here," because now a student can use AI and just cheat and just pretend like they studied or whatever, and just it would cook up. Oh man, I couldn't imagine my creative writing class with AI. It's too crazy to think about like what would happen. I bet we would get a lot of lectures from the old teacher about like, oh, if you use AI, I'm gonna be able to tell. Like, yeah, I bet it would actually make the class more less enjoyable because then Because English teachers always they always warn the students about plagiarism, but like, oh, you know what? Oh, I don't have my flight capability down. Shit. Oh, there we go. Um, mm. But you know what though? If they grow like marijuana on Mars, it would be like Marsawana. That's just a deep thought for people to think about, but not really. Marsawana. Marsawana is some good shit. Yeah. So this guy was like, "Well, oh, that's not normal. Teenagers smoking or drinking beer, or like smoking weed." And I was like, "Oh, you never been around teenagers, or you never been a teenager then, I guess." And like the goal of teenagers is not even the drugs and substances necessarily themselves. What what young people want is just more. They're like they want experience. They want to like know about the world. Like that's their main mission. It's like, what is this world all about? Like, oh, okay. Would you like another? Another. Prime it up, no. I'll be taking those Matrix mechs out like crazy. They do remind me of like the machines from the Matrix. And they got those tentacles and shit. Yeah. That is scary if you're fighting robots and they have tentacles. That would be fucked up for sure. Uh, yeah, I guess when you're watching the Terminator movies and they're just like totally kicking your ass, or an android, and he could just like an android could just like grab you by your neck, and since it's just a machine, it could just like choke you to death, and you can't do anything because you can't fight because it's not a human. You're just like fucked. Because like with a human, right? You could like stab them, or you could like hit him in the eyeballs, or kick him in the balls, or whatever. A human, unless you're fighting like a football player, or like unless you're fighting like an amazing martial artist like Bruce Lee or something like that. Most humans are just kind of average. They're not really like remarkable, physical specimens, especially these days. Yeah. Okay. Got my boy coming up. Oh, what I was gonna say about Jeff Norham, the guy used to teach at Tomball for like 20 years or something, like English composition and rhetoric 1301, is that I think one time when I was in his class, I retook so I could make an A basically, and and so I was like, I was talking to him. He smoked and everything, and so it was kind of funny because the English teachers and the communications teachers, the people in the literature and all that, they a lot of these a few of these people were smokers, and so for some reason I always thought it was amusing when somebody would have their regular smoke. Like I don't know why it was funny. They would have a smoke before class, or like they would have a cigarette like after class. And there was, like two English and communication teachers that would do that. I don't know what's so funny about it. It's just like it's not funny at all. But I guess it's like the imagery, which is funny to me. Like somebody's just killing time by killing themselves. I guess killing time by just wasting time smoking. Like, oh man, I got 5 minutes between what I have to do. Oh, what I'm gonna do? Smoke, right? It's like it's real lame, but kind of funny though too. Is that strange that it's like funny but not funny? Yeah, that's weird. Boys, about to get domed. Oh, it looks like they got me domed up, huh? Uh, oh, get this boy over here. About to get your shit domed. Okay. All right, let's get him domed. Uh, why am I keeping the Dawn shit going? Because it's funny. I'll keep it going. If one day I get sick of it, then I'll retire the Dawn. But for right now, I'm just gonna keep it going. So I don't give a shit. Yeah, am I ever afraid that I'm gonna spontaneously create something and then I'm gonna just be like stuck with it? You know? Yeah, I mean, but like a lot of times I'm just coming up with characters and shit. And I'm not really afraid I would get stuck with something, but like, I mean, if people knew you for a certain thing, that usually that's not really bad, unless you're like if I was like waking up like 24/7 every day and I was like drinking Jack Daniels and I was just like cursing at people and just like fucked up, then I wouldn't want to be known necessarily for that. So yeah, it would. What you could be known for is like, as long as it's something. If it's for like positive things, that's great. If it's like not positive things, then that's not good. And so um, I think I told Mr. Norm, the English professor at Tomball Community College, I was like, oh man, I told him like, oh, I got drunk and like I think I had a little bit too much to drink or something. I was telling some story like that, and he goes, oh, and he goes, that's not good. Yeah, I don't. I just love the way he said it. He's like, oh, that's not good. Yeah. Well, I think it really scares professors, university and college professors, if you like, if you talk to them and they realize that you don't really have a plan, they don't really they don't. So, some of these guys like they don't appreciate like the whole like art of not having a plan. Like they don't appreciate that at all. So they don't like the whole idea of just winging life, right? They want everything to be like organized and controlled and like every little aspect mapped out in some, you know, methodical, maybe successful, but not really exciting way. So so sometimes you'd be talking with like you could be talking with like college professors and they and if you tell them like like your life is not totally like tidy, like everything is not perfect, then they might start to have like a cow. Oh, I thought I detected the fragrance of a young man nearby. I think I discovered gigantic fairy tits. I could smell it in the air. I could smell your vagina from 5 miles away. Yeah, right. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Oh shit! I have enhancement. Yeah, yeah. This is actually the kind of game you like play toked up. Um, but I've never toked on this. I've never played this stoned. So honest to God. Well, I mean, the price of everything. I mean, it like finding people who have weed, and then you got to like, you know, getting weed is like that's a lot of work. Yeah, they make it look easy in Cheech and Chong. They just somehow magically find it or some shit. But in reality, it's like you got to work real hard. You got to get the money together. You got to find the fucking dealer. You know, in real life, it's kind of a pain in the arse. A little bit, a little bit. I mean, think about how much work you have to put in to get a bag of weed, or definitely, you know, something like an ounce. You got to put in like a lot of work for that. And the good shit's going to be more expensive anyway. So I'm not saying you have to be Snoop Dogg and a multimillionaire. I'm not saying you have to be Willie Nelson or Martha Stewart to hook it up, but that definitely would help. My boys. Ah! Oh, okay, I totally missed. That was awesome. Not really. I actually thought I was going to hit him, huh? I actually thought. Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's get, let's get this boy domed. Ooh! Oh, did we hit him actually that time? Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Good. Now I got your attention. Eh, Bob Barker, come on down. Or no, it's Drew now, yeah. Drew Carey. The- yeah, I mean that Bob Barker would have a sex scandal is like it's not too far fetched because like imagine how many like hot looking chicks go on that show. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's cool to be like a sex fiend, but imagine you're like Bob Barker or Drew Carey, and if you ever watch that show, you realize like there's a lot of hot contestants a lot of times. There's a lot of like sexy chicks, and I know at certain times, even though they were older men, especially Bob Barker, that they were like, what if I dip my pen into company ink or something like that. They're like, oh, this chick looks like a 22-year-old Vanna White. Like it's awesome. Yeah, like this girl has like an amazing rack. Like I'm sure and they were probably thinking, yeah, I might be married, but hey, I'm a multimillionaire. I should have fun sometimes. And like you know, tried to justify it or whatever. Um, so it's not surprising that hosts of a game show would get in trouble for sex scandals. I'm not saying they all do, but it's not surprising because you always have like this endless rotation of beautiful women all the time. Oh, poo poo. Let's try to do that. Try to do the shield method. Hit me again, baby. You want some? Oh, he wasn't feeling attacking me after that, huh? On my duplex dome. So we're gonna try to, bring things to the bring things to order this week, and I mean, I don't know how more chaotic and disordered the world is going to get, but I'm gonna try to get my world in order. So I'm gonna attempt to do that. Man, oh boy. Got that too. I got. Nice. This dude's blasting my ass all over the place, don't he? Check out this move, Chief. Ah. Give me that Daruk, because I'm gonna ride a boot. Nothing much but the touch in the city of the clutch. I like the girls that are Dutch, but I take some Swedish. If I can't get the Dutch girls, I'll get the Swedish. Uh, yeah, right. Oh, you want to play too? I suppose so. Touche. Oh, dude, I really get into this game, huh? Because you know what? In Legend of Zelda, man, I kind of lose myself in this. Oh yeah, like a book. Like basically, yeah, yeah. Back before video games, somebody would read the Lord of the Rings and they would go away, for hours in the fantasy world, and then so that's what basically Zelda has become, like the replacement for a book. I guess for better or worse. Right. So, oh shit, I'm about to get downed. Oh, you bumwad. You want some more, baby? Here we go. Ooh. Now all my abilities are like free barred right now. I've been blowing. The only one I haven't abused is my uh, is my Mepha's Grace, the immortality thing. Yeah, what would somebody do if they could die once? Really dangerous, like just to see if they could do it. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good deal. Oh, all right. Let's like go get some shut eye and all that. Yeah. Today was a pretty good day. I mean, except for a hangover, but I'd rather have the hangover on Saturday than rather because I definitely saw a scenario in which um, I I definitely could have envisioned a scenario in which we could have had a party on Saturday night and been like, drunk and like, like, woo, the parade and everything. Like, I definitely could have seen that. And then, yeah, when I see Washington, D.C. on TV, it's not really a foreign place to me because I lived there for like 6 months. So I walked on the Washington Mall and to the George Washington Monument and all that. So, like to me, it's not like, oh, it's some fantasy place that like people, you know. To me, it's a real place. I mean, I know it's a real place anyway. I'm just saying it feels like, you know, when I see it on TV, it's kind of like, oh, I've been there, I lived there, I worked there, like, So the surroundings seem familiar to me, even though, I wasn't like Tucker Carlson. I didn't live in DC for like 20 years. It was only 6 months, but um, yeah, but it's definitely not like an alien landscape to me at all. So when I see it in movies, when I see Washington D.C. in movies and I see it on TV, the live broadcasts and parades and stuff like that, I don't really. The only thing I think of is like, oh, I wish I was there, like hanging out with those people and stuff. I, hell yeah, get that Rivali dog, without a doubt. So it's like super funny to me sometimes to see Washington D.C. like in the X Files revival, and there's like the alien spaceship that's over the Jefferson Memorial, the Potomac River. Um, I'm not just because I lived in D.C. for 6 months doesn't mean I'm an expert in Washington D.C. geography. I'm not. So that D.C. is a big fucking district. So I think I would have to live there for years probably to understand the entire layout. I only came back years ago because I'm a Texas guy, so that's the reason. I just miss Texas. I'm not saying that Texas is paradise. It's not. But urban environments aren't no picnic either. So It's 2:32. We got some bad boys over here now. We got some we got some creatures. Here, got some creatures. All right, here's the deal. We got monsters everywhere. All right, here's the deal. Oh, they're not falling for it, huh? Oh, cool. Oh, get you done, boy. Ah, by running out of the great thunder blade. It's time for the great thunder blade. Thunder, 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 cats. Oh man, a 1980s memory again? Oh no. Ooh, ooh. Climbed up the tower, destroying monsters, evil creatures. Ooh. Oh no. Ding, ding, ding. Destroying evil. Ooh. Ding, 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 ding. Destroy evil. Ooh. God only knows what I'd be with. God only knows what I'd do without you. God only knows. Yeah, that's a classic. All right, boy, you're about to get domed. My thunder blade is broken because of you, boy. Mm. God only knows what I'd do without you. Yeah, so yeah, I had heard about Pet Sounds and by the Beach Boys, and then so my friend gave me the CD. I started listening to it, and then I was like, oh, um, yeah. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I did enjoy it, but I would say that maybe it's a little. Yeah, I know when there's like when they say somebody's a musical genius, and I know when uh, an album goes into a cult elevated status, that it's hard to just listen to it and go, oh, that was good. Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. Um, it's hard for the public to say like, okay, well, so you didn't think it was an absolute masterpiece? You weren't just totally enamored by it, and like people expect you to like worship it or something like that, and I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's bad. I just wasn't like, oh wow, this is like the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like this is the greatest masterpiece of all time. Like I didn't feel that way about it. So maybe some people do. Um, okay, maybe there's like one album that I'm religiously into. Maybe that's My Bloody Valentine's Loveless. And maybe if somebody listened to that and was like, oh, whatever, maybe I would look at them with the weird look on my face. Yeah, probably. Yeah. If somebody didn't absolutely adore Loveless, I would be like, what? Oh, you don't get it. It's kind of like that guy like in third grade that doesn't eat pizza. You kind of look at him with like an evil eye. You're like, Bobby, how come you're the only kid that doesn't like pepperoni pizza? You start to think they're like kind of like a weirdo. Bobby, almost everybody likes pepperoni pizza. What is wrong with you, Bobby? Well, I'm a vegan. It's like, Bobby, but almost every single kid in the universe loves pepperoni pizza. What's wrong? What's wrong with you, Bobby? What happened to you? What happened in your childhood, Bobby, that made you not like pepperoni pizza? Why are you such a weird kid? What the hell's going on? Yeah. I don't know how Bobby turned out because there wasn't social media back in my day. So, oh, could you imagine like if you grew up in the internet times and all the kids had the social media, and then like your friends in school, like they would be your friends, like theoretically they could be your friends until you're like 70 years old or something. Because you would have because like you wouldn't lose track of like your second grade friend unless they like unfriended you or something or stopped participating in the social media. So what would happen back in the day is that you would have a friend for a little while, and he or she would be like your really good friend or girlfriend, and then they would move away, and then you'd never hear from them again because they moved somewhere far away. So before the internet, keeping track of people was like really difficult to, especially kids whose parents moved around a lot and moved state to state or sometimes out of the country too. So, all right, it didn't work. I was trying to bomb it. Oh, there we go. That worked. Hey, boys. Oh, got a present for you. But yeah, it's 2:42. About time to. I haven't been. I've been like kind of plugged into the news the last week and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and. Uh, I playing this game automatically, I deplug myself from the news world. Um, just by virtue of playing this for an hour or so. Yeah. So I unplug myself from the news cycle just for a little while. It's just as relaxing as I thought it would be. But I'm sure that it will be more and more difficult to do. Um, yeah, because I don't really expect the shit to stop hitting the fan this week. So I think on a geopolitical, on a global scale and national scale, I think the shit's just gonna continue to hit the fan. Um, so it's kind of like growing pains of the world, that the world is changing, and then some people will be able to cope, and then some governments and some corporations and some people will be unable to cope with uh, the ever-changing world, and so that will cause a lot of, you know, obviously conflicts, but also violence, unfortunately. But that's, kind of the when old things die, uh, or they're dying. Yeah. Oh, God, kind of good. Did a nice down thrust attack on that. But well, this has been relaxing. I don't know if I should turn on the news. I think I should just like go to the dark and might put on a movie or something. Go sleep. Uh, God bless and best of success. A happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. And if you're just celebrating your own father, happy Father's Day. So my father's dead. So um, yeah. Well, uh, Woodcutter's axe. But happy Father's Day to those that remember their fathers and those who are fathers or grandfathers, to all the fathers that fathered the human race so it can continue into the future. We salute you. Yeah. About to put the whoop down on you, down. Ooh, trying to bum thug rush me, no. For real? That mess out of here, homie. Uh-oh. Dropping the wheat like I'm dropping the sweets. Or dropping the beats. That's what I say. Dropping that wheat like I'm dropping my beats. Yeah, you know it. Without a doubt. Who's shooting at me? Motherfucker. We got jellies. Alright, here. Yeah. Now I got electric jellies. Okay. This is a dangerous ass forest, huh? Man, this forest is up there with Fangorn. I'll tell you that. As everybody knows about, everybody read the Lord of the Rings, like me, and watched all the movies, or maybe not. But man, this forest is more dangerous than the Lost Woods, huh? I know this is like supposed to be Zelda, but this game reminds me of the Lord of the Rings and like He-Man. Uh, but that that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.